Hello, everyone. My name is Darcy Dornan, and I am the International Recruitment Manager at Loyalist College in Canada. And thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you also to Worldwide College Tours for hosting this event. And it's a great opportunity to be here representing Loyalist College, Ontario's destination college, and talking with you about STEM, the opportunities to study STEM, to work in STEM, to network in STEM. We talk a lot about STEM worldwide, and what I'm going to present to you today is quite specifically, of course, to the kinds of STEM programs that Loyalist College offers, but I'm going to try and tie that in during this presentation to the kinds of opportunities that you want to be looking for, the networking that you could be doing already, and you can take advantage of the Worldwide College Tour event portal, specifically, the Loyalist College booth design, as you can see, has the LinkedIn link, as well as the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Everything is back up and working today as opposed to yesterday, so that should make our continued communication and networking easier. But I'm going to highlight that networking point because it's important to do starting today, moving forward, so that you can then land those next jobs or those first jobs in STEM in Canada, because it's all linked together. Coming to study at a place like Loyalist College in Canada with the right kind of program, depending upon your interests, and then the ways in which we can help you to learn the skills that you need to know, and then to transfer those skills into student jobs, part-time jobs, and then your jobs upon graduation are, they're all connected. So let me continue here. We're going to have time, about 10 minutes at the end of this presentation for a Q&A. So if you have any questions, please make sure that you type them in to the Q&A or comments here, and I will be taking a look at them afterwards. I'm going to try and cover a lot of your potential questions during the presentation, as you will see here as I continue on to the next slide. So where is Loyalist College, first and foremost? You've heard certainly about the cities of Toronto and the capital of Ottawa, Montreal, over to the east in Quebec. And you can see that Loyalist College is located in between Toronto and Ottawa. This is our main campus in the small city of Belleville, which you can see in this image down here on the bottom, located on the water. Beautiful location, main campus, hosting more than 65 programs, student accommodation, student job opportunities, and I'll talk about the rest, scholarships and tuition and language, English language requirements, and all of that here in subsequent slides along with our programs. We do also have a new campus that is located in Toronto for those of you who may be interested in going to a bigger city as well. So looking a little bit closer at the main campus location, you can see the city of Belleville here, just north of Prince Edward County, international tourism destination, which hosts a lot of wineries and craft breweries and even some beautiful Canadian beaches, which is perhaps something you don't think about when you think about Canada. But we do have beautiful beaches and wine production, located, again, just south of our location in Belleville. So driving from Belleville down to Sandbanks Provincial Park, for example, is about a 45-minute drive. And we're about 2 hours from Toronto. Toronto is to the west, and Ottawa is to the north and east, about 2.5 hours away. Moving along. Just to present an overview of the different kinds of undergraduate and postgraduate programs that we have. And again, focusing on those that are particularly of interest for you in STEM. This is not a complete list of all of our programs, but I'll be going into these different cluster areas slide by slide so that you can take a closer look at all of the programs that we have in these different areas. But just to highlight them here, biosciences, building sciences, of course, we can talk about business and some of the mathematical, accounting, financial aspects of STEM here, and or different applications that you could imagine from STEM in business. Other programs, specifically engineering, health and wellness, IT, media studies, to highlight just a number of others as we move forward. Before I talk more specifically about the different programs, let me highlight a little bit more here the costs per year to study at Loyalist College, because I know that's something that you have on your mind. When you take into consideration the annual tuition fees, plus the student services or ancillary fees and international student health insurance, you're looking at an annual cost of about 16,500 Canadian. That, along with your other costs, including housing, food, transportation, etc., would bring you to a total budget annually of, let's say, between 27 to 28,000 Canadian dollars per year. And just to highlight, because I know that many of you are here participating in this event from outside of Canada, or maybe from in Canada, but you might be coming from a different country. But you're likely interested in learning about study opportunities in Canada, because you know that Canada provides the possibility for you to come and study and work. And so just to give an example, if you were to come and start studying an undergraduate program with us at Loyalist College and get a job on campus, or get an entry-level job in a Starbucks, for example, off campus, making the minimum salary, the minimum wage of $14 per hour, and working as you're allowed to do as an international student in Canada, part-time while you're studying, and then full-time when you're in the study breaks, you could be making in between $19,000 to $20,000 per year, just to give you an idea and to help situate some of these numbers in your heads. If you've already got an undergraduate degree, you've already got work experience, of course, you're going to be getting a better job and a better paid job, making more than that $18,000 to $20,000. But again, just to give you a framework from which to think. So making money by working is certainly an opportunity in Canada, but many of you I know will be interested in knowing about our international student scholarship possibilities. And I've given you the websites here to which you can go to find out more about these merit-based international student scholarships and awards, and also the athletic scholarships that we have available. And so those are other ways, of course, that you can help to finance your studies. These are some slides specifically about those scholarship opportunities. I'm going to go through these actually very quickly, and some of the other slides, because I do want to focus on the STEM programs and leave time for your questions. However, before getting to that, let me just highlight here quickly that Loyalist College, of course, has a career center with a team of qualified people that are ready and able and willing to assist you either in person and or online in order to identify job opportunities for when you come to start studying and working in Canada. And we work in close concert, not only with the private sector companies in Belleville and the region, but also the public sector, including the city of Belleville. And so putting together events, career events online and or on campus in order to help you through those searches for your study jobs and your jobs upon graduation. And of course, as a public institution, we have all kinds of other services available to you, including, of course, access to IT labs and a whole host of other student services that you can see here, and a whole host of other kinds of facilities, library, student pubs, etc. Right? So moving on. Some of you will ask as well if we have student residences, and this is a quick slide to let you know that yes, we do. We have on-campus townhouse facilities and apartments. These are located just next to our student residence center, which you can't see, but which is hidden behind these trees. And these are, of course, great networking opportunities and great ways to come and live on campus, make new friends that will, those friends will eventually turn into your professional network after you finish your studies and leave campus as well. So something else to think about. And if you're interested in living off campus, we can certainly help you to do that as well. For those of you who are perhaps, again, from non-native English speaking countries, please note that we also have English language pathway partnerships with English language schools, the Royal Canadian Institute of International Studies in Toronto, the YMCA in Montreal, just to highlight a couple. And those are institutions with whom you could work to get conditional letters of acceptance. Go study English with them, bring your language level, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a subsequent slide, up to the level it needs to be in order to then continue studying in our programs. And moving along into our programs, let me highlight here on this slide our most popular programs on campus, which are the bioscience areas. And these were even more popular. No, I shouldn't say even more popular, but these were already very popular before the global pandemic, but of course have been highlighted and have become even more popular because of the global pandemic. So programs such as biotechnology, environmental technology, radiation safety, chemical engineering, all programs, of course, that you've been hearing a lot about in relationship not only to the global pandemic, but to a whole host of other sectors as well. So whether you want to work in pharmaceutical area, the medicine area, the agricultural area, and or other sectors of the economy, these are certainly programs of interest that I would encourage you to look at. Moving on to some of the engineering programs that we have at Loyalist College: civil engineering, construction engineering, a unique survey engineering program, one of only a small handful that are offered throughout Canada, along, of course, with some other programs that you can see here that may be of interest. In the business area, again, let me just highlight the numbers side relating to those of you who may have interests or abilities in mathematics. So here, business administration linked with accounting, and a new business finance and analytics program that may be of interest to some of you. So again, colleges in Canada generally have programs that are two-year diploma programs, 3-year advanced diploma programs, and or full bachelor business programs, full 4-year bachelor programs. And Loyalist College has a full 4-year business bachelor degree that we offer. And so that's something that you can look at if it's something that falls within your area of interest. Let me move forward here, again, trying to focus and highlight specifically on the STEM areas. And I'll stop here thinking about the technology areas and highlight some of our media studies programs, things like animation, game design and development in particular, and or the computer networking and media experience programs that may be of interest to some of you who are here watching with us today. And then moving along from public safety to highlight perhaps a couple programs here in the skilled trade areas. Let me highlight the electrical techniques and electrical engineering program, along with a brand new mechatronics program that is starting just this year. We developed this program in concert with the Simmons Company. And so not only do you get the 2-year diploma, mechatronics diploma, but you also get 2 globally recognized Mechatronics certifications from this program that will certainly allow you to get jobs not only with Siemens, but with other mechatronics companies around the world, or companies that use mechatronics or implement mechatronics in their operations. And then leaving from this slide, let me just highlight a very popular manufacturing engineering program that we have as well. Aside from these programs, which have all been at the undergraduate area level, let me highlight before going into the English proficiency exam slides, the postgraduate programs that we have also in these areas. So something, for example, again, related to technology, a new program that we have in advanced filmmaking, digital content creation, cannabis applied sciences is a closely related program to our biotechnology area and biosciences area. Cybersecurity, of course, something with which we're all ever more aware, living in a more digital economy every day. And then perhaps this other new program that we have just starting in the area of financial technology. So highlighting those, again, focusing on STEM, and moving from this slide into the last slides of the presentation, again, just to highlight the English language proficiency needs, leaving off with a contact slide. And then I see that some of you are putting questions in here, so I'll get to those in just a moment. Let me highlight here, however, before we leave the presentation, that we work with all of the English language tests that you may know, tests like TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, Pearson, etc. And when you're looking at your level, whether you're looking at undergraduate programs or postgraduate programs, I've tried to highlight our specific requirements here. And just to highlight one, let's say with the IELTS program, if you're looking at the undergraduate programs, you would need a 6.0 level. If you're looking at postgraduate programs, you would need, generally speaking, a 6.5. Moving on to the next slide, highlight some of the other tests that you could do, Cambridge, Duolingo, etc. And just to highlight the Duolingo one here before we leave this slide, if you decide to do the Duolingo English language test for undergraduate, you would need a 95 to 100 score, or the postgraduate level would require you to get a 105 to 110. So again, thank you very much for your time and attention. We're a small campus of about 3,500 students in Belleville, with an additional 3,000 students in Toronto, coming from more and more countries from all around the world, which will help in your international experience, your Canadian experience, but also, again, keeping in mind your networking experience and opportunities, because not only will you be networking with your fellow students, but with your professors, your student job opportunities, as well as, of course, taking advantage of all the other Career Center networking opportunities that will be made available to you should you decide to apply to and come to Loyalist College. Thank you again for your time and attention. Here is my name, my contact information. Feel free to contact me here via WhatsApp, via email. Feel free also to connect and network with me on LinkedIn. My colleague Alistair is available to you in India, should you be joining us from India and or elsewhere in South Asia. And again, our other contact information available to you here. Let me see what kinds of questions you might have sent as well. Let's see, opening up the Q&A. So how much money would you be needing to go and work in Canada or study in Canada? So again, as I was answering earlier, our annual tuition is $16,500 per year. That's what you would need to study at Loyalist College. In Belleville, where the main campus of Loyalist is located, you would need an additional $1,000 per month. So taking the annual tuition of $16,500 plus your other cost of living needs, you would need a budget of about 27 to 28,000 per year. And again, remembering that example that I was sharing with you of a student job on campus or working in a Starbucks, you could be making, in the way that you're allowed to work and study in Canada as an international student, between $19,000 to $20,000 per year. And then if you already have a degree and have work experience, you would be making even more, right? So again, just to try and give you those number points. If you have any questions and you want to know a little bit more about that, I can provide you the links. Feel free to connect with me on the event platform. I'd be happy to send you other links there as well. And another question here, let's see. How can I get contact with me? Okay, so I think I'm answering that now. And or a career guidance counselor. We work with people all around the world. And so if you'd like to get into contact with me, again, here on the event platform, feel free to do so. And I'd be happy to get you in contact with any number of guidance counselors, and or we work with a number of trusted agency partners with whom you could work and apply to Loyalist College for free. So working with one of our trusted agency partners would allow you to have the $100 application fee waived, and that way you could apply for free should you be interested in one of our programs. And let's see, another question here. Can I tell you about Loyalist College or scholarships? Okay, yeah, so we have a number of different scholarships. Probably best to contact me as well via the event platform, and I can send you the links and the direct links to those scholarships. But we have merit-based scholarships for international students and athletic scholarships for international students. So the important thing to know is that in order to be able to receive those scholarships, you do actually first have to apply to become a student in one of our programs. But international student scholarships, yes, are available. Okay, I don't know if there are any, oh yes, other questions. Opportunities for Caribbean citizens. Yes, we have students from all throughout the Caribbean, from Jamaica, the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, and elsewhere. So again, if you'd like to apply, working in partnership with one of our trusted partners, I can put you in contact with somebody from any number of islands in the region. Let me know and I'll be happy to do that. Caribbean and elsewhere is open. Do you have the option to, let's see, to switch countries from one to the other with the same college? Switch courses, excuse me, okay. Well, generally you apply to a program that in which you're interested in. You get your letter of acceptance to that specific program. So that's generally the way that it works. If for some reason you're interested in switching programs, that's something that you can see. But remember that when you get a letter of acceptance, that's to a specific program. And so you have to be careful, because any kind of program changes are things that is something that needs to be done ahead of time. Because different programs have different capacities, and when you're accepted into one program, it's within the capacity of that specific program. So program changes, yes, may be possible, but not always advisable and not always possible, because the program into which you may be more interested at a later date into applying may be full. So again, be careful and make sure that you're in contact with us and or international admissions at Loyalist College in order to navigate those kinds of changes. And again, how can I get a scholarship? First, you need to apply to a program and then get accepted in order to then be eligible for our merit-based or athletic scholarships, right? What else? Extracurriculars related to the arts. We have a number of different kinds of extracurricular activities. related to the arts, yes, there are different kinds of extracurricular programs and clubs available for students. And depending on what you're interested, whether it's arts or dance or other, do get in contact with me, and I'll be happy to share with you our link so that you can go and check out those kinds of information. Can I get in contact with me on WhatsApp? Yes, I gave you my WhatsApp contact there, so please feel free to use it. I believe you have it also available here on the website platform. So thank you again, everyone, for your time and attention to Worldwide College Tours, our event host. If there are no further questions, oh, there is one. How difficult is it to get a job as an international student? It's not any more difficult necessarily than than for anyone else. When you get accepted to Loyalist College, that means already that you have a certain level of English language skills, right? That you either have completed your high school or equivalent diploma and/or have moved on to a further degree. And so you may already have experience in a particular area for which an employer is interested in hiring you. So again, the opportunities are available. The advantage that you have in coming to Loyalist College in Belleville are that we are the only institution of higher education in the city. So prior to the global pandemic, in fact, there were more job opportunities available than qualified and skilled applicants. And I'm sure that, although I haven't seen statistics more recent than that, I'm sure that that situation has not changed, because there are more and more companies that are moving into Belleville and the area and that are seeking qualified applicants. And we are the main institution that has qualified applicants in a whole host of different areas, as you could see from the programs. So again, the Career Center is there to help you. We work in partnership, once again, with companies in the city, in the region, and the public sector, including the city of Belleville and adjacent cities as well. So we're here to help you to make the most, not only of your study experience, but also to help you succeed in your professional career and be able to help you to navigate those waters. Another question, how can we share the way to contact me again? Okay, I can actually put it in here. I will share with you my email. And remember that you can find my contact information on the platform for the event as well. Let's see, that's ddornan@loyalistcollege.com, and/or my WhatsApp is here, 1-613-848-7398. So again, thank you all for your time and attention. Look forward to being in contact with you. Enjoy the rest of the event. And again, don't forget to continue the contact here, either on the platform or with me directly. Okay?
Thank you so much, Darcy. That was so great. And I'm sure everyone here got all the information they came for. So thanks again. And as he mentioned, you can go check out the Loyalist College booth in the exhibitor hall now and for the rest of the day. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.
Cheers, Marco. Bye-bye.
Cheers.